Green Eyes, you're the first one in Encounters. Welcome, Green Eyes. Good to see you. Guild 007, good to see you. Everyone out there, David Anderson, the whole group out there, all people over the world, Cleo. Good to see everybody. And good evening. This is another edition of Encounters. If you're wondering what happened to me last night, we see everybody. And good evening. This is another edition of Encounters. If you're wondering what happened to me last night, we just took a break. So, hey, Kit Kat, I know, hey, young Skywalker. So once in a while, we take these little breaks, and it's a good thing. And we took a break. Tonight, we have natural apple cider, not apple cider. What am I saying? Natural lemonade. Natural lemonade. Ah, interesting, Skywalker. Oh, yes. Whoops. Oh, there you go. Whoops. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Sue. Lagging? Hopefully TikTok is not lagging too. Hopefully TikTok is not lagging too much tonight. It could be the solar storm that's happening. And we're going to have another great show. We have no idea what's going to happen tonight. River Blue, good to see you. And we're going to have another great show. We have no idea what's going to happen tonight. River Blue, good to see you, River Blue. Sister, hope you're doing well. Always. Gossamer, a.k.a. something, Leah. Hey, Pink. Gossamer, a.k.a. something, Leah. Hey, Pink Kitten. Meow. I like that's the Pink Kitten Mew, I think it is. Hey, Lavol, good to see you, sister. Tiger Eyes, really annoying about me. Message me about that group. These people need to grow up. About me. Message me about that group. These people need to grow up. You can tell they're not adults. If they're adults and they're talking bad about me on TikTok, then I must be doing something right. They're talking bad about me on TikTok, then I must be doing something right. And that's not good. And if they're talking bad about me, they probably come in quiet. Hey, Chester, good to see you. So if we find out who these people are, I'm going to go after them. Hey, Chester, good to see you. So if we find out who these people are, I'm going to go after them, and they're going to be reported to TikTok. Oh, good. Yeah, we need to get these people. Oh, good. Yeah, we need to get these people. I want all my followers that are following the show. If anyone starts talking bad about me in Encounters, I want you to report them. Also tell me who they are, and I'll confront them directly. In the show, I will now know who they are, and I will report them. Oh, good. Yeah, I want to know who they are. These people need to be stopped. I want to know who they are. These people need to be stopped. If that's their point in all these things that are happening on the planet to attack people like me, they're attacking the wrong person. You know what I mean? Attack people like me, they're attacking the wrong person. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Yeah, there's a lot of lagging going on tonight. Okay, let's see here. Well, it said that I had somebody wanted to come on live here. So I'm going to say right now, because I can, if those people out there doing this, you're dealing with the wrong person. You see, because they need to get a life. They need to grow up. Okay. Not yet. Let me go backwards. Oh, if you sent me a message, I haven't read it yet. Oh, Groovy Chick, yeah. We're going to have to deal with her. When she came on here and she had problems, Early on when she came on here, I've noticed she never comes on here. But if she's one of those people, I'm going to confront her. We're going to have it, I'll confront her. So, groovy chick. All right. Whatever she was saying about me, she's going to be confronted. She's on a rampage. And she was on my show one time and I helped her. So, yeah, you certainly can here. Let's see here. Let's see. Simple Shooter. We'll bring them on here. First guest is the Late Night Spiritual UFO Talk Show. You got to be over 18. No foul language, no paranormal discussion, no politics, no religion, no kids on the show. And I think it covers it all. Let's see. There's a lot of lagging going on here, so I hope it doesn't affect people trying to come in here. Wow. Hey, I think we got you. Hopefully.
Hello,
TikTok
can you
is
hear
still,
me?
I can hear you. TikTok is still spinning around here, but I do hear you. Oh, not sure what happened to them. Hey, Anita, good to see you. Um, River Blue was involved in it too. River Blue's in here. River Blue, you in here? There's a few people that have been here as regulars who are now attacking me. So those people are going to be very disappointed that my audience, who are mature people, the ones that aren't attacking, those people need to grow up. And we're going to deal with those people. And if they start doing this stuff, if anyone hears these people doing it, they need to be reported. They need to grow up. Thank you, Tracy. Those people need to grow up. Yeah. You'll never find me treating anybody on here with disrespect. Let me see here. And I will deal with those people when they're live with somebody. I will confront them.
Hello, can
Hey,
you hear me?
Simple.
Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you now. Now you're coming
Oh,
in good.
yeah. So that's quite good. I need to ask you your opinion on this one. So it went back to about 2011, maybe 2012. I don't want to lie. And I remember I got a notification, a letter through my mother's door,
Mm-hmm.
and the scary part about it was I don't believe in alternate universes, but this
Mm-hmm.
made me believe in it. But I was a little bit sick with my heart and stuff, and everything was going on. The night before this year, me and my brother went to the hospital. We got a taxi over, we got checked out. But then we got a letter about a week later, me and my mother, saying that basically I died that night. Is there
Wait a
any
minute.
way you can explain that?
So if I'm hearing this correctly, you got a letter from your mother and explain the last part of the sentence.
Well, so on the 21st of February, 2013, I think it was,
Yeah.
I was feeling a bit sick and I got funny heartbeats. Me and my brother went to the hospital, and next morning we come back, everything is cool. But a week later, we get a letter from the local government office to say that I died.
Hmm. Oh wow.
And
So what
as,
happened?
as
What happened after that?
I'm very religious, and I believe in our Lord and our Lady and all the saints and angels in heaven. But I went down to the local government office and I produced a letter, and the lady almost cried. No, sorry, the gentleman almost nearly cried. He was like, "I'm sure your mother was very heartbroken with this." I said, "Yeah, I'm really confused because I didn't know if I was living or dying because I didn't know if I was actually in the afterlife."
Oh
So,
wow.
what is your opinion on that? Why do you think that happened?
My opinion is based on because I deal mostly with the UFO area, but I can say this in my opinion. This is only my view based on your story.
Of course, yeah.
Um, I think that things transpire in one's life, where things happen that in your reality never you thought would happen to you. And when those things happen to you, it's hard for other people, maybe depending on the group, hard to understand, well, what is he talking about? But I can certainly understand what you're saying. What was the reason it happened? I couldn't tell you. I think
Can I put on my
somebody's,
camera if you don't mind?
oh, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay.
Definitely.
How do I do this here? Oh,
I
here.
usually will ask people if they want to come on camera, but
I will put on my camera. Here we go.
all right, there
Hello,
you
how
are.
are you?
Very, very good. And yourself, I hope you're doing well.
You're a good looking guy. You're a good looking guy. It's good.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Um, but I think, things happen in our lives that we can't explain. And not everyone's going to understand it. But my show, when things like this are shared, I want people to be able to share their experiences because they've not had anyone to talk to about it. And I think bringing this up, there could be other people having similar situations around the world, just like you, that they just don't know each other. You know?
That was one of the scariest things that happened to me. But apart from that, I remember me and said brother, we were staying in my dad's house one night, and we went to the bar, had a few beer. I'm having a beer tonight, and I've never got over this here other one. And we went to the bar, met a couple of girls with their mother, and goes back to the house. But our mother calls us, and she says there's a lot of noises coming from the place. And I stood there the next night, and I'm sitting there next night after everyone leaves with my dad. My dad's in the other room, and he's snoring
Mhm.
as always. And it did send up the chills around my body, the typical things around the back of your neck and stuff. My dad was, I'm even getting chills now, but my dad was snoring, and I seen the doorknob going down. I said, "There's a problem here," because my dad was snoring. It wasn't my dad. Then the door opened, and what do you think about the afterlife? What is your honest opinion?
Yeah.
Because a lot of things have happened to me.
Yeah, see, and it seems like you've been through a lot of dramatic experiences with your story. And I'm always honest. If I don't know the answer, I will tell you right off on my live. And I don't know the answer to everything. If I did, I'd be amazed. I'm just so human, like other people too. So I'm not sure why these things occurred or how they're happening. What do you feel? I mean, as you talk about this, it's good you're expressing it so we can all hear it. What do you think? As you know, it's pretty recent for you, so it's got to be dramatic. What do you
I
feel? What does it mean?
And thank you for actually allowing me to talk on your platform. I really appreciate that very much. I think, in my honest opinion, we have alternate universes where a lot of our loved ones actually live on there where they didn't die. And I think they're trying to connect with us, in my honest opinion. In my
Hmm.
honest opinion. Because if you look at that, my father's a great believer. My father's greatest friend in the world was his brother. He died at 24, 25 years of age, and he never stops talking about him. But in an alternate universe, he didn't die.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes my brother always says to me, "There's alternate." I'm not a big believer in the alternate universe, but
Hmm.
the more and more that I actually think about that, I
And
think.
what do you think the alternate universe is? This is very interesting.
Um,
What is that in your perspective?
in my perspective, an alternate universe, there's always a Bible in it.
Okay.
There's always a Bible because there's always someone that's a believer in our Lord Jesus Christ. So there's always a Bible. So I base that on faith, in my opinion. in just wholly on my opinion, nobody else's opinion. So
Hmm.
obviously, so um, if we have alternate universes, we have alternate beliefs, but we still have the Bible there.
Hmm. Now, when
Uh,
you say Bible, like for example, on Earth, we know in our Earth growing up, we all had different religions and different
yeah,
places
yeah,
where
yeah,
we live, right?
yeah.
So,
Of course, of
and
course.
and those Bibles were created by people in the early days of our history on Earth that we know about. Um, in some cases, would you say if you weren't coming from Earth and you're on another planet, came here and you saw we had Hebrew text, we have the Bible, Qurans, and all these things, and you say, "Oh, this is interesting." The people on Earth, they read these books that they believe in that connect them with, the Creator or God or the Great Spirit, as the native indigenous tribes talk about.
I
So, what do you think?
it always goes back to a part that I say to myself sometimes, and I always wonder, and I said to myself, what is beyond the universe? What is beyond the universe? And nobody can answer that. Nobody can answer that. And we could debate, but when it comes to alternate universes, I said to myself, if there is an alternate universe where my uncle Tommy is there, or my father is there in different scenarios,
Hmm.
if
Yeah,
my uncle
yeah,
Tommy is in that there alternate universe, you still believe in our Lord Jesus Christ?
yeah. So in the alternate universe, so for example, I do believe in Christ. I always have. I always have. I also believe in what is called Christ consciousness. I always have.
Yep.
Um, and I think that
And thank
when
you
you,
for taking me in as well. By the way, I appreciate that.
I know, I appreciate your perspective, and that's what we do here. We don't have any egotistical modes here. Where we can talk about these things honestly,
I'm just
and
hiding
that's
my face because of this here. By the way,
okay, yeah, don't, yeah. I don't. I can get in trouble for that.
yeah,
You
that's
might
why I'm
want to
hiding
put
my face.
You might want to just leave that alone until you get off the live because it's going to pop up a screen on here.
No,
I've had
no,
it
it
happen
won't.
before.
There. What were you saying? Sorry, you'll actually hear me better here when I'm talking this way.
All right, but yeah, so I got to be careful. But it really is important to realize that when we talk about Jesus or things like that in a cosmic perspective, Jesus is universally represented all over the place beyond this earth. But on earth, we look at Jesus in terms of the 3D world, in terms of uh, the life that Jesus had not here on earth, but came to other planetary systems. And I keep talking about Jesus as being a space being. There'll be people that might not agree with that perception of reality,
No,
but
you're
he
entitled to
is
your opinion.
actually,
You're entitled to your opinion.
yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't discount Jesus. It just looks at Jesus from a wider perspective than just what we were taught in the Hebrew school, in Christian religions, in Lutheran religions, or whatever religions one has. We're all taught different things. And it's just the way we've been brought up.
Of course, of course, of course, because this is the way religions work. In this is exactly what you're saying. This is where religions come in. You ask and you believe in all this here. I believe if you ask, a lot of people are into spirituality and
Yeah.
you manifest stuff. That brings it back to me where you go back to John. I think it's John 3. No, it's not John 3. It's John
Mhm.
15, chapter 12. You ask and you will receive. So, but a lot of spiritualist people will say manifestation. But in the Bible, it quotes anything that you will ask for and you believe in, you will get.
Mhm.
So, why
So,
does manifestation come into it?
So what do you think about the existence of? Because my main show is we're about spiritual UFO discussion. So I'll pose a question to you. What do you think about the existence? Do you think that we are the only intelligent life that was created by the Creator? I
Well,
don't think you do, but
according to the Bible, I do not know the answer. According to I do not know the answer, but according to the Bible, I think we are the only race. When I say race, I don't mean white, black, yellow, brown. I don't mean anything like that. But I think we are the only race of human being that exists. Yeah, I
yeah.
genuinely believe that. And they went to space in '69. They went up to the moon. They went everywhere. We have Elon Musk. He's going around everywhere. They still haven't found traces of life on Mars. Yeah, of course, these find water and all this and that. If
Yeah.
they're not going to find it in 2,000 years, they're not going to find it in 4,000 years.
Yeah.
Of
Well,
course, of course. By the way, it's only one galaxy. This is our own galaxy. I'm not talking about there could be another Bible over another galaxy, but in my honest opinion, our Lord created Earth, and He created it quite well. He created it quite well, but humans ruined it. Humans ruined it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
maybe the aliens will help us. Maybe the aliens will make it a good Earth again.
well, so this is why obviously you're here for a reason. So one thing I want you to understand from my perspective
Of course.
is that there's life everywhere in the universe, that our planet, and we grew up in school, everybody was taught in science, they were looking for life elsewhere in the universe. They're looking for life somewhere beyond Earth. The fact of the matter is life exists everywhere, including within our planet. If you study the thing of the inner Earth, if you study things on Antarctica, and you study some of the historical aspects of our own planet, there's a lot we don't know about our inner planet, of our own planet. And there are things that we're just learning about Earth here that we just simply didn't understand 70 years ago, 40 years ago, even 20 years ago. Yeah. So when you widen the perspective beyond what you already understand, it's going to bust your belief systems. You're going to bust your own belief systems as you learn
of course.
that all these things exist. So, right there, Simple Shooter. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know a guy called the Creator for Christ? He made a great book about this. He was a great scientist. Do you know Kent Hovind?
No, I don't. Kent
Hovind, it's a very interesting thing. If you look him up on YouTube, he makes a lot of great facts about the stuff. But I'm very big into my UFOs and all this here stuff. But I think it's a case for a creator, because we were created. We weren't just... We're not stars. Like, if we were stars, Can I just ask you 2 quick questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
If we came from monkeys, why are we still monkeys?
Well, we didn't come from monkeys. That's where you're going to find me busting the matrix. We were taught that thing, but it's not true. We all came from the stars. We all came from beyond Earth, and I've consistently talked about this in workshops. We're not. I love
this
here.
You're probably going to You're probably going to teach me something. I love this here. Please continue.
So, So when I speak about being star seeds, star people, we came from the stars. We came here to relearn what it was like to have the human experience. In having that experience, we were able to say the things that weren't good about the planet, how people treat each other, creating wars on Earth. So as we learn about what we don't like about Earth, we find out why we came here. So these are things like, for you, I see you as waking up to a wider reality, and that's why you're asking all these questions, which is good. I mean, the fact that you're willing to have a discussion is a good thing.
So my second question is, if we came from stars, why don't stars talk?
They don't. The stars are part of our thing here. And I want to address some things that are going on here, because I know there are people recording
Yeah, but
the
if
show.
we came from stars, why doesn't other stars talk?
Well, it's not stars like with the physical stars. We're talking about star seed, which are people that are... The term star seed means that you are from another world. You came here, you remembered from Andromeda.
Have you any evidence? Have you any evidence of other stars or beings coming from a different country or a different universe into us?
No, they're not stars coming from a different universe.
Have you evidence of other stars, beings, people coming from a different universe into Earth?
Yeah, I've actually seen space people when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was called... You know what a contactee is? Yeah, you can't do that, man. I'm taken off the air. You know what a contactee is? A contactee is somebody, if you study the whole UFO scenario, it's a person that has been contacted by extraterrestrial intelligence. Have you
been contacted by extraterrestrial?
When I was a kid, yes. I can tell you, I've told this story a bazillion times. When I was a teenager.
Please.
Yeah. So as a kid, I went upstairs just to make the long story short, I went upstairs to my brother's room, opened the wood blinds, and it was in a suburban neighborhood at night, and I saw a flying saucer craft I'll never forget the story. I've told it a bazillion times. And men and women and young adults wearing blue and golden stripe outfits. Wait, I got to let you down. I got to address something here that I want to address, but I
What do you
want to
think
thank you,
about the
man.
wow signal? What do you think about the wow signal?
Explain what that is.
The wow signal in the 16th of August 1977. You don't know about that?
No,
Oh.
I know about something else. I know about, but I want to give other people a chance to come up
Yeah, but
here.
just before I go, do you know much about the wow signal?
Explain what it is. There's a lot
So,
of other areas that
first
I deal
time
with.
that Earth has ever encountered contact from the universe in the 1977, the 16th of August. You don't know a lot about that.
I got to let you go, man. I got to let you go. I got
Oh,
too many
operator.
people on me. All right, that's done with. There's something off about that. I kind of sense where things are going. That's not happening. Yeah, no. Yeah, he's just playing with me. Let's see here. Yeah, that was a setup. But, no, I didn't see it. But all my supporters, those people need to be dealt with and reported to TikTok. You know, yeah, I don't know what's happening, but yeah, really. Well, you know what? These creators that are attacking me, they're actually showing that they're not really light workers. They're not really interested in the truth. And yeah, he was disrespectful, definitely. He's still in here. I want my moderators to block him. I have some mods in here. Are they attacking you too? All these people that are attacking people need to stop doing it. I know this is being recorded by some people. They need to stop it. Nope, nope, nope. Let me see here. Yeah. Yeah, they have their own agenda, yeah. Well, if they ever get to grow up and be mature, they'll get better. They don't realize there's a lot of people that support my show because I do a good show. I don't lower myself to an immature level. I won't do it on here. Those people need to know that I have hundreds of people that support me, and if they try to lie about my show and lie about me, it's going to backfire eventually because there's too many people that know that I don't do whatever they think I'm doing. They're creating their own agenda. It's not going to happen. Not on encounters. Thank you, Jersey for Life. So we need to call out those people. I know they're in here, watching the show. We need to call them out, and they're not going on live. We need to call them out and say, "Get a life, wake up. Use your energies for good on the planet instead of the garbage you're doing." One of my interviewers put out there, whoever that interviewer was. Let's see here. Let's look at what these people are saying. They know who they are. Oh, moderating Ashley did that too, huh? We're going to have to take her moderation privileges away. And if I have to block some people forever, I will do that on encounters. Yeah, those people need to grow up. Yeah, I think Tinfoil, whatever his name is, tried to go on live with me the other night, and I just blocked him. So I want to know who my mods are here. Anonymous is one of them. Okay, let's find out where Anonymous is here. And Anonymous is probably, let's Groovy Chick, Relics to Riches were in it. Okay. Well, we're going to have to deal with Groovy Chick, Relics to Riches. So all these people are being called out who have been involved in this. We need to really get on their case. Wow. Yeah. So we need people to block them and report. Now, if you see them doing attacking, then report it to TikTok. We're not having it. I'm too much a mature person. I've been doing my spiritual work for a long many years, and you know. But if we do have them recorded attacking me, whoever they are, they need to be reported. This is just immature kid stuff. We don't do that here. Yeah, Patricia, we've got a group of people that are now going after my show and after me, but I'm going to continue doing my show. I'm going to continue speaking the truth. Yeah, Tin Foil, that one in England, yeah, he's not coming on here. He's not, yeah. Hey, Hetty. So we're going to try to weed out who these people are. I got hundreds of people that support what I do versus this small group. This small group's going to look pretty silly being a bunch of kids trying to, do what they do instead of trying to elevate their consciousness, attacking me. Nah, that's not happening, man. Yeah, they do have many accounts. Yeah, Groovy Chick, yeah. I helped her one night when she came on here and he was hosting it. Yeah, Tinfoil Hat, yeah. Tinfoil Hat Theory, yeah. I got his energy and I actually blocked him, you know. People need to grow up. If their thing is to attack me when I've treated everybody fairly on this show, whoever they are, and now we're knowing who they are, those people need to be reported. These people are adults, or they're supposed to be adults, grown up people, right? Why would grown up people attack the show and attack me? And some of them have probably been on my show as guests. And, we're not going to lower ourselves to that level. But I know they're on here, some of these people. So you need to wake up, get a life, go out hiking in the woods, meditate, and just grow up, really. Hey, Jay. There's a group of people now going after the show. And hey, Skip to Grace. Good to see you, sister. Yeah, send me a screenshot of these people. Now they're going to be in trouble because I have a lot of people that support this show that outnumber every one of these individual people. If they want to go after encounters, I'm blocking them as I can do it. But these people need to be reported to TikTok. Raindrops involved it also. I'm sure she did. No, I don't live in a shed, relics to riches. I I have no shed. I don't live in a shed, and all the things they're saying about me, don't believe it. Don't believe anything these people say. It's all based on lies. It's amazing, you know? Yeah, it's basically these people are hateful, deceitful people, and they don't have a life. They don't have a spiritual life. And the best they can do is attack people like myself. But thank God I'm mature enough not to lower myself to that level, but I will definitely stand my ground. And these people are dealing with the wrong person on TikTok. You see, I'm not fading out. You keep doing it, they'll keep making me more popular. If they want to keep attacking me, say, who's this guy? CmdrAleon. Hey, look, if anybody comes up on my show and they start attacking me, I'm going to have it straight out with them, face to face on this broadcast. It's not happening. Oh, his stream was shut down? Oh, good. Oh, the English people are attacking me? Well, the tinfoil person is the leader of that. He came on one night and started attacking me for the hand movements. He didn't understand the spiritual aspect of that. Oh, they're probably jealous. Yeah. They're upset I wake people up. They want to have people that are angry. That's their thing. Angry. These people are, they need to grow up. Yeah, they're after me. And I've had some good UK people on that are spiritual people. But this tinfoil person, I don't want to give him any support at all because, yeah, he's just an angry person. Yeah, he would host it. He came on my show a couple of nights ago, and I didn't know. I thought maybe he'd be okay. This is I give people the benefit of the doubt. When they come on here, that's the way I treat everybody. And he started attacking me right away on my show. He didn't even want to talk about the subject. He didn't. He just wanted to get his anger out on the program. It's not happening. You start attacking the commander, it's going to backfire on you because I don't operate that way. You know, they don't believe in my powers. They think because they are very. Well, that's because they are very low vibe. The matter of fact, I can document everything on my YouTube channel of every single person that I've taken out implants. That's the limitation of these people that are like that. And I've heard their discussions with each other. Mm. He's really a real angry person. The fact of the matter that I have the ability to do what I do, and people have seen me do it. I've had people on here, real people, that I've taken the implants out remotely. So they don't like that. Too bad, man. If I've been given the ability to help people, I'm going to help people. I'm not going to stop taking out implants because some people in the UK are really angry about it. Like I really care. And I know some of them are on here listening. And if you're one of those people, you're dealing with the wrong talk show host because I'll call you out. And I am. Let's see here. I don't blame you, Julie. And I created this show 3 years ago so that people could come forward and share their spiritual UFO areas. I want people to be able to not be afraid to speak out. And I'm certainly not going to be the one that's going to be afraid to hide under, a blanket. I'm the last person that's going to hide anywhere. I'm going to confront these people for who they are as a talk show host. They need to get another life. They need to find a new hobby or something. But I'm going to still persist on doing the work I do here, interviewing people and talking about the spiritual aspects of ufology and talking about contactees and talking to abductees and talking to people with top security clearance. And I have. And it's been documented on my show. So I'm going to continue doing things the right way and not lowering myself, but I will definitely, as I'm doing now, express how I feel about it. I'm not going to go crying under a blanket, which I'm sure they'd want me to do. It's not happening. They need to get back onto if they're so interested in the whole subject of UFOs or the whole ET thing, they should focus on that instead of attacking me because they're not doing themselves a service. If anything, they're going to make my show even more popular by attacking me because now people are going to want to know who is this guy. That's what they're going to do. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Kit Kat. Yeah. And I don't mind talking about it. I mean, we'll get into some hopeful, good interviews here. I got 3 people on queue. And let me see, I got more than 3 people on queue. So I got to make sure who's coming on here. Now, if anybody comes on here with negative stuff, understand you will be blocked. So let's see. I'm going to go with Greg Lighthouse. I have 5 different people on here. We're going to see what happens. But I'm very conscious. Hey, Greg Lighthouse, how you doing?
What's going on, Commander? Thank you, brother, for letting me up.
Yeah, we're just busting the matrix. There are people attacking me and my show, and I'm just being mature and handling it with the best way I can. So glad to have you on the show. What would you like to share with us tonight?
So I wanted to ask you your understanding of the SSP. So I had past life regressions years ago where I started to have memories come forward of being in the secret space program and working with Kruger Fleet and as well as Solar Warden.
Hmm, interesting. So tell us a little bit more about this. This is interesting. What happened? Because my audience, this is something they're going to want to.
So, a lot of people know about the GATE program. And when I was younger, I was put through the tests, but I didn't know that they actually were able to get a hold of me later on through the astral. And then essentially what happened is I was put into one of these programs where you heard of the 20 and backs?
No. Explain what that is to everybody.
So essentially, they take like 20 years of your life in a separate layer of like a timeline, and you serve in these programs, and it's like they're like military programs, but think of it more like space military. And essentially, you do all kinds of different operations. I was a essentially a gatekeeper. So when soldiers would go into these different timelines, I would hold the gates open for them. And this is something I've done in many different layers, timelines, lives, whatever you want to call it. But I started really, really investigating it when I learned about James Rink. I don't know if you've ever heard about him, but he runs
No.
a really big YouTube channel called Super Soldier Talk. And I
Hmm.
got really invested in it. And then I started doing regressions because I had some of these memories and then they started coming forward. And there's a lot of people that have been in these programs they don't know yet because they haven't gone through the regression to understand what they went through.
Yeah. Yeah. This is something I have not. I know I've kind of heard of SSP, but since you were involved in it in a sense, we're learning a lot. Just that's what I like to do on the show. We're learning about something you know of, and I think that's fantastic. So, in this program, when did this actually happen to you in terms of when this started going on?
So when I was younger, I want to say late teens, but it actually wasn't just one time. It was multiple different times because if you think about it, like we're constantly going through these timeline changes, right? So when you serve a 20 and back, it's essentially like you're regressed back to your timeline where you're at then, like before you went in. And think of it as like the Avatar program. You've seen the movie Avatar, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of like that, but they can regress your memory back where you don't remember any of this. And because timelines can loop and change, it's like they basically take 20 years, you serve, and then they regress you back to where you are before you served.
Oh
And that's
wow.
and that's where these memories start to come back. And I had very, very vivid memories of being on these ships, and it was like it didn't make sense. It's like, no, I've never been in space, like how does this make sense? And then when I started doing the past life regressions, that's where it all started coming forward.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. So, it's something we've never talked about. So it's another dynamic part of this whole subject, right? So,
Yeah.
and have you met other people in your life that have had this experience as well?
Yes. I've I'm not military myself in the sense of like in the now, but I have a lot of friends that are military, and a lot of them, like on the special forces side, they don't talk about it openly, but some people do start to talk about the connection of, when Space Force was announced, through an administration, that wasn't just like a building of a new military branch. That was an exposing of an old one and bringing it more to the light side.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting.
So that's
Well, man, I
why,
want to. Yeah. No, I think it's fascinating. Plus, this show is recorded for my YouTube channel, so people that miss a show will hear you're sharing some educational information regarding this whole program. That's pretty amazing.
yeah, I would go look up James Rankin's Super Soldier Talk on YouTube. I mean, I'm not a part of any of that channel. I've never been on there, but there's
Okay.
hundreds and hundreds of people that are starting to go through these regressions and understanding they were a part of these fleets and that this took place.
Wow. Okay, I think Greg had a phone call coming in or something.
I'm on
Are
a
you all right?
I'm a security contractor, so I'm on a radio right now.
Oh, security contract. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and in terms of things like, we talked about security. Speaking of security, I've interviewed many people for the last 3 years who have been retired from the military, Air Force, had high security clearance. Um, so do you have that kind of clearance?
No, no, no. I'm not like an S4 or an S3
Okay.
or anything like that. But I have friends that do have that stuff. So
Okay.
I work for a security company. We do contracting, but we also do bodyguarding.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
there's a lot of people in my company that are former, CIA,
Really?
former special forces. So,
Hmm.
and I've worked with people too. Like I had a buddy that I've known for years. He essentially was. I don't know if you've ever heard of the term. Um, shit, I don't know if I can say it. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, let's not say it, just to make sure TikTok doesn't go after me.
Yeah, so it's a term that they give certain contractors in the CIA where they would take people that they were trying to get information from to like South America, and they would
Hmm.
have them do like the full ayahuasca trip and like activate them to come onto the side of giving out information.
Oh, wow.
So I had a buddy that did that. I mean, I guess I could say it. It's just a code name, Crystal Palace.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's not going to be a big deal.
No, it's not going to do anything. But yeah, there's a lot of that stuff that takes place. I mean, they use if you look into like the information that's coming out about the CIA and like all the different programs that are being disclosed, they've been doing this for years,
Hmm. Hmm.
and they know
Hey, well,
about it.
Greg, I want to thank you, man, for coming up here
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
sharing about your. This is why I do the show, because I never know what the discussion's going to be, what information people have, and to me, this is information that I personally didn't know totally about. So I really appreciate, man, for coming up here.
Yeah, absolutely. Check that YouTube channel. You can learn some pretty crazy things.
All right, I definitely will. I'm going to also listen to my own broadcast on YouTube when I put it up there, just to get that part of it and check that out. So
Yep.
I appreciate you, Greg. Thank you, man, for coming
Yep.
up.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
All right, bye.
Let's do this here. Let me bring them down. And if there's any people that come up just to attack, the commander is going to be right there on the block button. And plus, I got some of my moderators on here. UFO Sheev has been on the show before. We're going to bring him up. Let's see here. And he's a friend of the show, UFO Sheev.
Hi mate, how you doing?
Good, pretty good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Good. It's 5 a.m. here.
Yeah, I know it's early in the morning. I mean, come daylight. So you've been on before, and we know that you are involved with a lot of good things. So tell us what some things you want to share tonight.
Well, we have some breaking news. I'm allowed to share. The UK's Bob Lazar has contacted us. Remember how I told you there's somebody we're talking to? I can't say who. He is willing to testify and come out officially. Um,
And before we get into this more, there's some stuff going on. I want to know that there are people that were listening into live over in the UK, and one of them was attacking the show here. Were you privy to
who?
that?
Who's
Some
attacking
people
what?
said that. Do you know what that is?
Oh yeah, I was in the chat, but I wasn't in the live. But I've
You're in the
heard,
chat. You're,
people are
you're,
toxic. You gotta be careful. People have their
yes,
opinions.
there were people attacking me in the show, correct?
Yeah, you've got to ignore people.
Okay, so you were in the live, but you were not
I wasn't in it.
involved in.
No, I was just listening. I never joined the box, nothing. I ain't
Well, they're
gonna lie.
saying you were up in the box. Some
Oh,
of the
were they?
people.
So I was up in the box there. Is that what people are saying?
Yeah, a few people were listening quietly in that live, and they
I
said
was
you were in
not
the
up in the
box.
box. So they're lying. Alright, sweet. I'm gonna go because I can't be asked with your comments. I wasn't in the box. I've never said nothing about you. I just listened. I wanted to share something because I've been up here a few times talking to you. You saw me in the
But
box,
you
Leslie. What are you on about? Why are you lying? See, I
okay?
didn't see him in the
So
box.
again, I'm trying to get a grip on this story. Okay,
Sue, why are you lying?
so
Show him the screenshot. I was in the box, please.
the one person says you were not in the box. There's another person
See
who
what I
is
mean?
okay. No, he wasn't. I was in the live listening. He wasn't. So you weren't in the box. Okay, so let me see what's going on here. Okay, so the majority of people saying you were in the box. I just wanted to get but you were just, but those people, you did see them attacking me, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and you don't agree with that, correct?
No, of course no.
Okay, okay, um, okay.
I think I'm gonna drop out because your audience is a bit
Yeah,
hate campaign against me. I don't know why.
I'm not sure. I'm doing is trying to get perspective. I'm not attacking anybody, but I'm going to get to the truth of this. And I know you've been on earlier on in my show,
Twice,
trying to
maybe.
get to dealing with the UFO subject, and maybe we can get back to that once we figure this all out. So, all right, UFO
Well, yeah.
Sheev. All right, brother. I'm gonna let you down. Let's just do
Ignore your
this here.
comments, please. Ignore.
All right. So I do want to get to. Okay. No. So okay. So they're still on live in my face up there. So if they're still live, those people need their lives need to be reported. Who's ever doing the live needs to be reported, and they don't have my permission to put my face up and do what they're doing. So if anyone sees them, please report them to TikTok. That means everybody. I think if TikTok gets like 100 reports to this person who's doing this, they'll be taken down. You know. And to deal with disclosure, to deal with these things that are happening, um, you just go on their TikTok and you can go to report them. I don't know who's doing the live, but they need to be reported. Hey, Whirlwind, there are a small group of people, including some over in England, that are attacking me and my show. Okay, so I'm just trying to get to the truth. Yeah. So I'm going to try to, yeah, that the foil hat theory, that person needs to be reported by everybody. So he's live right now attacking me. Please, everybody report him. That means hundreds of people report him. Thank you, Miss Miss. Yeah, Shiv, we're gonna, I'm not attacking anyone here, and I know you have information you want to share. We'll just wait for another night to do it. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, the people that are getting attacked for standing up for me, stand in your light. Stand in your light, because these people are a small group. They're grown-ups that try to bully people, and they just don't they're really not interested in the subject of UFOs or the subject of enlightenment or any of that stuff, but they need to be dealt with. Yeah, that's right. Nature whispers, you're right. And they probably don't like the fact that I am telling the truth. This is coming from people that are into the subject on TikTok. you know and his live is tinfoil hat theory, so he needs to be reported and knocked out of TikTok. This person is nothing but negative energy. He could be certainly a government operative. I don't know what he is, but yeah, it's because they don't. They want to call me a con artist. That if that's the best they can do when I talk about the subject, excuse me, they're just very weak people. Yep, Kit Kat, and Kit Kat knows me. She met me. You know, yeah, they're basically in a room themselves. If they're looking to get people to watch them, they're going to see that they are very negative, evil people. They don't have anything better to do. And we have 350, 355 people in here. And out of that, if any of those people in here are part of that group, think about what you're doing. Think about who you're involved with. And is it really to your benefit to attack my show and me when I've done nothing but to help people here and to expose the truth? That's true, Peggy. That's absolutely true. Hey, Joanna. Oh, there's some people in England, tinfoil, whatever his name is, and I'm telling people you know, there are about 6 tinfoil channels. Interesting. Hey, Shelley. Yep, I remember that interview. Now, the funny thing is, they think they're going to get to me, but all I'm doing is standing my ground here and being who I am. I am a host of a show. I've been doing radio and TV for years, and these little kids, and they are little kids basically. And if they want to hear me calling them little kids, it'd be apropos. Angry little children that have nothing to better do. Hey, Keith. Yeah, defamation. No, I never asked for it. And on TikTok, if people donate to your show and willingly give you a gift, that's what TikTok is about. If people want to give you a gift, well, I'm going to say, no, you can't give me a gift. I'm always on here talking about my different topics. Yeah, you know what? And the thing is, John, the person calling me a con artist is an immature, angry little kid inside with nothing better to do. Yeah, jealous. Good. He needs to be reported by everybody. If TikTok gets enough reports on him, maybe they will ban him from TikTok forever. I'm going to bring up, let me see who I got in the queue here. I'm going to bring up Cosmic to the show. I had a whole bunch of people on the list there, but I'm very conscious, folks, so beware. Hey, Cosmic, how you doing?
Hi there, not too bad, thank you. You?
I'm doing good. I'm dealing with a situation of people that are jealous of whatever about my show, and they're attacking me, so,
Yeah,
what are
I
you gonna
know,
do?
I have heard about it, unfortunately. But I didn't want to get involved.
Yeah,
So I have
you
tried
know.
to request to join before. So I've had quite a few experiences in my life. I keep seeing UFOs all the time, and I do think that I might possibly have some sort of implant in me. I've had a weird lump on my leg like for years, and it just won't go away. And I know it sounds gross, but I've tried to pick at it and all that kind of stuff, and I don't know what it is, and the doctors won't bother looking at it or anything. So I don't know if that's some sort. I've never heard of anybody having one in their leg before, but you never know, do you?
So I heard people were watching this live, and again, I'm here to get the truth.
Yeah.
Some people are saying you were in a live with a group of people that were attacking me. Is that correct?
I did see the messages underneath, but like I didn't join in the box, and I didn't say anything negative or anything like that. So and I have tried to come up live before to talk to you because this is, I take this seriously, and I'm getting a bit scared now because I had a UFO recently. It was like playing peek. You have to watch some of my videos. It was playing peekaboo with me.
Say it again.
Yeah, I had a UFO playing peekaboo over my roof, and it was flashing lights underneath it. I've got lots of videos you can watch on my channel if you like. But no, I'm not involved in any of that. I just seriously, I'm a bit concerned that I might have some sort of implant.
Hmm.
You know, and I keep having weird dreams as well. Like, and in these dreams, I keep meaning I've met the reptilians, I've met the greys, and I've done astral travel and stuff like that. So, yeah,
Yeah, so there's a lot of comments here. I'm reading every comment.
yeah. I didn't go up on a box or anything, and nothing nasty was said or anything. So I don't know why. You know, I don't know why. What are people saying exactly? Because I didn't get involved.
Okay. So I'm not going to say I'm just going to put it in this way. Right for
Okay.
right now, I need to focus on this discussion of what's happening here.
Okay.
I know there are people that are trying to get me banned off of TikTok because I tell the truth here. I'm one of the real people here that's been
Yeah.
here for over 3 years before some
Right.
of these other people are on TikTok.
Yeah.
So I'm being very conscious and very strong in my spirit. And
Yeah.
I know there are
Well,
people
go with your gut
recording
instinct.
this live right now. So I have
Go with
to,
your gut
you know,
instinct. Go with your gut instinct. I'm a very spiritual person. I've got a heart of gold. I'm not here to judge you. I just want to speak to you about like this implant. I swear I've got an implant somewhere in my leg or something, and I keep getting these weird frequency noises in my head, and also like a clicking sound. Do you
yeah.
know anything about that?
Not much, but I gotta let you down. Gotta get refocused on this discussion. There's stuff going on here that we have to figure out what's happening here with these
So we
people.
can't.
And nothing against people in the UK. I have a lot of friends in the UK, but with this one person who
Yeah, but I'm not
created this
involved in
tinfoil,
it. I genuinely want to speak to you to see if you think I might possibly have an implant and how what can I do about it, you know?
yeah,
I generally want help, that's all. I mean, you can't judge me just because I went on a panel. I said nothing bad about you. So if anybody says I've said anything bad about you, I wasn't even on there for very long.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to lay you down for now until I figure this all out. But I appreciate you coming up
All
here,
right
Cosmic
then. No,
Joe.
that's fair enough. Okay then. All right. All right.
All right. So we're gonna get to the truth. And the thing is, people have to understand something about encounters. You see, I'm not a newbie here. I'm not somebody that's just like ignorant or just started up, figuring out, well, I want to get involved in a UFO show. I want to talk about UFOs. And I'm not some person that's like a beginner, like, somebody who's beginning, who's just trying to figure it all out, that hopes to get some, president of some country to tell me the truth about extraterrestrial intelligence. No, you know, So tonight I am focusing a little bit on this because I have a lot of my people that do follow me, and the word follower means they love my show. That's the word what follower means to this particular situation. But I'm not the person to fool around with. If you're going to be recording my show right now and use it later to create a video that makes me look bad, think about what you're doing and think about the people you're following because I know you're out there. Think about what you're doing as an adult. Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do? Because I have a lot of people here that are going to go undercover, and if there's any lives attacking me and this show, you'll be reported. And if enough people report you, you're not going to be on TikTok much longer. So you're doing yourself in. Yeah, my YouTube channel. Let's see here. Gabe, he was doing it too, huh? Thank you, Jared. And I'm acting extremely mature tonight, and I'm acting the way I would always act. And like I said, I will not lower myself to a specific level. So it doesn't mean that I'm better than anybody else or I have a big ego. I don't. I have the least amount of ego. Um, let's see. I'm just reading. I'm not worried about them recording, but when they create lies, and they use recordings with technology to create more lies, these people are basically negative people that have nothing better to do in their lives. Thank you, Rodolph. And I appreciate you, brother. So now they're dealing with the wrong person, because now if anyone comes up here lying to me on my show and you were part of that whole thing, and now you're like trying to say, well, I didn't do it. I wasn't a part of it. And you were, and I have people here that recorded it, screenshotted it. You better just realize that you're doing yourself in, karma will get you. You know what the word karma means? And there's dharma, and then there's the karma. So those that are going to get the karma, you're going to have to deal with it. I don't, because I know who I am. UFO UAP has a whole life. Good. So now we need to expose these people, UFO UAP, and report it to TikTok, because then it's defamation of character. And if they're trying to defame my character, they're dealing with the wrong person. It's not happening. I know they're accusing me of conning people. How do I con people? I do a talk show. I interview people. I think they're actually, part of it is, on some level, they're jealous of the fact that I really do a show that is a show. I don't have a little attack group, you know. See here. And Relics to Riches, when I had you on the show, I never forced her on the show. You know, the one thing people have to realize about things, when someone invites you on a show, you're not forced to be on the show. You can say, no, I'm not interested. But if you come up, it's not me pulling you up, you do it yourself. If I have that much power, I never want to have that much power. Okay, Cold Feet, let's see here. Good. So when you report this UFO, this what's it called, tinfoil, whatever, it's defamation of my character, and all the negative energy they're putting out into each other is just going to go backfire. Yeah. Yeah, the tinfoil person. I had him on a few nights ago, and the way I am, I knew he had a lot of angry energy towards me, and I let the person speak, and he wouldn't listen. So we're going to find out who's lying to me and who's supporting me. And the liars, whether they're in England or wherever, they're going to have a lot of karma to deal with. He is. I don't know how he can stay on there. If you were to go on there and actually try to talk about the subject and you disagreed with him, he'd be cursing at you. It's just a lot of haters. And that's why I always operate in Christ consciousness. And right now, and always will be in Christ consciousness. The one thing Jesus universally has always taught people in all the planetary systems, Jesus always talked about love. Always talked about love. And if you can't be a person of love, then you're never get it. I never said that. See, now they're making lies. When they tell me to tell people to stop taking medications, no one's ever seen me in 3 years tell anybody to stop taking medications. All right, I'll bring you up. Yeah, I guess I have made it. I have a haters club now. So now Encounters has a haters club of people that don't like what I'm doing because I'm not doing it the way they wanted me to do it. I'm not acting the way they want me to do. Well, they don't understand something. I said from day one, I'm here to bust the matrix. On my radio show, I always say I'm here to bust the matrix continuously. And it looks like we have to bust some more matrix, right? Let's see here. And that's right, Kit Kat. Yeah, and you're right, don't feed it. So we don't have to feed it, but we will definitely be, now that we have people that are monitoring these people, they will be reported, you know. So I'm happy to have brought this up because they came in my life in the first hour. And yeah. Yeah. There's not one person that can say I told people not to take medications. I've never, ever said that. And when you lie about that, that's defamation of the character, and that's lying about something I didn't say. Yeah, he didn't have that many followers. Yeah, we'll definitely, Shelly. You're definitely right. We will. Shelly's been on my show before, and beautiful sister. And our light and our power in terms of numbers outnumbers the haters. You know, I don't care. 10,000 years from now, I'll still be doing my show. I'm still going to be here when I take a night off just to relax. I do it to get centered, but I'll be here and I will interview people and let people share their truth. That's what I do. Now, if there's some people that don't like it, too bad. Find another hobby. Go to whatever. Go in a cave and sit down and meditate. Yeah. And people that tell a lot of lies have a lot of karma. Guaranteed. Now, Luke Williams says, we'll take you down, I promise you. And Luke, if you're talking about my show, 0 followers, Luke is going to be blocked. I just blocked Luke Williams with 0 followers. When people start attacking you, you know you're doing something right on TikTok and on social media. But in the end, see, they want to see me jump off the roof or get angry and start, making weird noises. Not going to happen. I'm a mature, grown spiritual person, and I've been involved in this topic for a lot of years and had my own experiences. Yeah, definitely. Be confident. So Amanda, they're going crazy. Well, they're going to do themselves in. If they keep going even crazier, they're going to do their live in because everyone's reporting it. So let's just keep reporting them, let them go crazy, and that's that, I'm going to still be doing encounters and talking about the things that are important, which is disclosure, which is the fact that we're going to have contact, which is interviewing people, either having top security clearance, people that have been contacted by the space people or been abducted. These are all real things. And I've had many people with different situations. Let's see here. Yeah, Luke Williams, I just blocked as host of the show. So I blocked that person. Puerto Rican judo. I would say anybody who's interested in the subject of the spiritual aspects of ufology, believes in the creator, which you call God, or the indigenous cultures, which calls basically the great white, the great spirit. Yes. Thank you for the follow, Puerto Rican judo. Yeah, we're just gonna stay focused on what we do. Hey, brother, Thank you, Bobby Rocks. And Bobby Rocks, I've known him since I first came on here. So they want me to like hide and fall down somewhere. It's not happening. They don't know the strength of my spirit. They don't know the strength of who I am, and my cosmic strength, my spiritual strength, and the fact that I am going to bust the matrix. I will. Yeah, it's jealousy. That's right. See, now if they spend time doing good talk with each other about the subject, maybe they would have something good. But talking about somebody else, this is why I said before, the more they attack me, the more people are going to want to know about my show and see what it is. So they can keep attacking me, being angry with each other, yelling and screaming like babies, and I'll still be here doing a show called Encounters. And I'll still be interviewing some beautiful people because that's what we do here. Awareness was on in it too. Yeah, sober to fitness. So we're going to move on here and get off the subject. We know who they are. You know what to do, folks. You know now what you need to do. Sober to fitness. We're going to bring you back on, brother. And we're going to spend some time in the next 45 minutes getting back into the subject. And good to see you, brother. How you doing?
Good. First of all, I want to admit, yes, I was on the other live. And I really think this is all just one big misunderstanding. You guys should just squash it out. You guys should just talk and figure it all out. I don't want to I'm not on anybody's side. They're telling you to run. It's fine. If you want to take me off of your commander, that's fine. I'm neutral. Okay? I'm on both sides. I'm not on your side. I'm not on his side. I'm just neutral. You can do whatever you want, Commander. Okay? It's ridiculous. This is like we're in high school again, you guys. Come on.
Well, that's how I haven't lowered my level to it. I'm trying to find out the truth. Well, I'm going to let you go down, man, and we're going to continue on talking about subjects related to the show.
I'm neutral, Commander. If they want to say that I'm lying, I mean, I'm just as guilty as Jordan. He was on there too. Okay, so what? I don't even know why he's saying that I'm lying. If he was on there too. He was on the panel. So, I mean, I'm just, yeah, Jordan was on the panel too, and he's calling me a liar.
So if people were on the panel, the thing I'm going to weed out is who was attacking the show and attacking me. And I'll find out. I'll find out. But I'm going to let you down. And again, if someone's on there supporting me, that's different than attacking me. That's
Commander,
the thing.
Commander, why don't you just have a talk with him just to figure out why he's so upset in the first place? You and him, mano to mano, one-on-one. Just to kind of squash it out. And if you feel like it's
I had that person, let me put it this way. I had that person on the show a few nights ago from England. He didn't like the fact that he didn't understand the whole thing with my movement of the hands like this. I was trying to explain to him the spiritual thing with that, but he was so angry, he wouldn't even want to have a discussion. I was willing to have a discussion then. He does not want a discussion. The fact that he went this far to go live and start attacking me, there's no way I'm going to talk to a person with that much anger. I don't need to be there. I don't. And if anyone goes back into his live, then you need to realize and meditate on what you're doing too. Even if you're not doing anything, the fact that you're listening to this person with the anger is not good either.
Yeah, but what if he's misunderstood by the other people?
No, he doesn't want to understand. He doesn't want to understand. I let him on the show the other night, and he proceeded to start attacking, and he has a lot of anger issues.
Yeah.
He does. Well, believe me when I tell you that, brother. He has anger issues.
I get that. You know, I'm just neutral. Okay. I don't. This is TikTok. Okay. I mean, we're here to discuss about life events that's happened, not about high school drama shit.
Right. And that's why I do the show I do. And that's why I'm not lowering myself to that level. But since there's a lot of my supporters that saw what was going on, we have to let it out in the open to let people know there are people like this that are attacking us that should grow up. Those people need to grow up, not me. I'm already growing up. I already know what I want to do. They need to get moving on in their lives with something.
Oh, sorry. My son was talking to me. I'll step off, Commander. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you down. Thanks. Let's do this here, and we'll move on to some interviews here. One night like this is not gonna hurt anything, but the fact is that my supporters and my people that know me on this show, we're just gonna definitely focus more on what we're doing here. And as you can see, I'm not falling for any drama. I'm still being who I am. I'm still being the mature adult here that wants to talk about the transformations and the things that are happening on our universe and in our galaxy. To me, that's more important than this childish behavior. And I also will say again, I love everybody out there, but people need to grow up. If some of you are in here, part of that group that's been doing it, you need to reflect tonight on what you did. Okay? No more negative anything. Yep. So let's forget about that live and let's focus on this live. Okay? We already know what's happening. We don't need to continue pushing it. So it's all good. That's right, UFO UAP. Yeah, we're going to change the subject right now. Right now. Forget about the other thing. It's all very being taken care of. My supporters are dealing with it. So let's get on. So I was going to say, what I was going to say is that, and it just gets into cosmic consciousness, which I think is where I'm going to go. One of the things that, yep, Mr. Tanpans, let's see. Just seeing here. Yeah, everyone take a deep breath. So I was going to say, let's talk about, and I actually have tonight, I'm drinking some lemonade, fresh lemonade. Energy shift. Well, absolutely. I have not been paying attention to what is the orange orb. I'm not drinking apple cider, and I'm drinking lemonade. Okay, I'll definitely unblock them. Let me see. One of my supporters. Do you know who the supporter was? I'll unblock him. I'm going on my other tablet here. Wow. Thank you for the gift. Sharon, thank you. So let me see here. I'm just scanning. Intuitive Seeker, we can bring you up. I'm drinking apple cider. Let's see who we got on queue here. Anybody? I got a few people on queue. So we're going to do, I think Intuitive Seeker will do eeny, meeny, miny, mo and bring her up. Hi, good evening. Welcome, Intuitive.
Hello, how are you?
We're doing good. I'm still strong. I'm still holding my spirit. I feel good. We're gonna change the subject and go into more cosmic things here. So yeah, welcome to the show.
Perfect. I have no idea who you are, so I'm coming in as a fresh person. I have no idea what's going on.
That's okay. And we'll just keep it fresh that way. I'm glad you're here.
Okay, great. So I would like to know a little bit about what you do. I'm a paranormal investigator. So I do believe in extraterrestrial beings, but I would like to learn your take on it, what your mission is, what your beliefs are.
Oh, great. Those are great questions. Are you willing to come on camera? It's up to you.
I just had oral surgery and I'm
Oh, don't
kind
worry
of,
about it.
yeah,
No, it's just, you're fine.
thank you.
So, yeah, so this is my take, and my take is very strong because of my experiences. So, when I was a kid, I always tell the story, it's pretty well known. I went upstairs, and this is a long story short. I lived in a suburban neighborhood in Long Island, went upstairs for some unknown reason, three different levels of the house, went into my brother's room, opened the wooden blinds, and lo and behold, it was nighttime. There was an aura of light around a flying saucer with windows and men, women, and young adults in blue and what I call golden striped outfits. I'm considering it was a space uniforms or whatever. And they were telepathic, and they told me that I wasn't from here. This is when I was a kid, and before teens, and that experience, I went downstairs. I was excited. There's things happening. Go downstairs. I got my brother, my mother, my grandmother, my father downstairs in the kitchen after dinner. And I said, "You got to come up. You got to see this," or whatever I said when I was a kid. Never came up. I had to go back up. No one ever saw this except me. The ship was still there, and they said, "You'll never forget us, and we love you." So for me, that's how I like to start my journey from that point on. And I became over the time, I became more aware that I was doing telepathic because they communicated by consciousness. They didn't speak or come in to my house and say, "Here we are," but through telecommunications, they're using telepathy in order to communicate. So that was the beginning of my life experience with this whole thing. And I've had hundreds of UFO sightings since the 60s. So I've been heavily involved in this subject, and I've been able to, since last year, well, I believe I did have abilities that I never really looked at. But last year I started on my show doing something different, which is people that had been abducted by ETs. I was able to remove implants and destroy them with the palm of my hands. And there are people that either believe it and people that watched me do it. Some of my audience here were people that had implants removed, and I've been gifted that ability. And so there's a lot of things about me. I used to write for Sedona Journal. I'm a radio host on an NPR station. So I've done a lot in the subject matter. I'm very in tune with it, and I'm really here to get to the truth of the disclosure and the cover up. And I think we try to bring a spiritual context to the subject versus like a nuts and bolt prospect in the discussion.
What do you mean by you're here to blast the matrix?
Bust the Matrix, I'm here to shake things up. I'm here to wake people up. I'm here to shatter the program, the illusions, the lies that have been perpetuated on the planet with people regarding the subject, that nothing exists and that all this stuff, Roswell never really happened, that kind of thing. We know that Roswell happened. We know that a spaceship crashed on Roswell's farm. If we study the history, we know that the government in 24 hours changed it from a flying saucer to a weather balloon. So that kind of thing. That's what we're talking about. Getting rid of the lies and getting to the truth of the whole subject.
Yeah, and I love that. Now these implants that people are claiming to have, are they physical objects that you can see and hold and touch?
They might be. Again, I've never had to touch. I've seen implanted stuff taken out by people at a UFO conference. One of them was a former CIA agent with a doctor named Dr. Lear, and they removed implants from people, physical implants. I saw, and somehow they kept them documented, and he had a whole suitcase with these implants. And I was looking, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. But the implants that I take out, when I've done removing implants, I never get to physically see them. I can feel the energy of the implant when I remove it, and I destroy it. I just destroy it. It's not show and tell. I just destroy the implant.
It's just energy? Like using your energy?
It's okay. So you're talking about using my energy to destroy it, or the energy coming from the implant?
Both, either way. Like, are you using your energy to destroy another energy?
Yeah, I'm using a light energy, a beam of light, to destroy the energy of the implant. Correct.
How do these implants affect people?
How they affect people?
Like, how do they impact people? How do they know that they are implanted?
Okay, wait a minute. I had a feeling. I was listening for a minute, and I heard a little bit of laughter going on there. Okay, I heard a little bit of laughter going in there. And as soon as I heard that, I said, I'm getting something that there's something wrong about that. I did. Yep. As soon as I heard a little bit of laughter, I knew they had to go. Not happening. Not happening. I read energy. You see, people have to realize that. If you're trying to set me up, I read your energy. That little bit of laughter actually exposed you. Exposed you. All right, we shall move on. And I am very alert. I'm always alert, but tonight I'm evidently really alert. Let me see here. Rogue M. Let's see here.
Hello,
Hey,
Commander.
how you doing, Rogue? How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Good, good. We're doing
Been
good.
a,
We're amped up here and we're standing our ground. But welcome to the show. Good to see you.
I see that. It has been crazy.
It's a crazy
I've
night.
been watching you for about a year now. Hold on, let me put my headsets in. Can you hear me better?
Oh, yeah, you sound good.
I've been watching you for about a year now, and I've never seen you ask for a dime. You rarely even get a lot of gifts. Like I have a live I'm on, and they get 100 times more gifts than you do. I'm a little confused on this whole you're a scam artist thing.
Yeah, it's
I
amazing.
honestly didn't believe it at first. I went over to the person's live and I was checking them out real quick. I was like, let me see what's going on. So it looks like there was only a couple people. One of the girls who just left here, and she was saying that she felt hurt that you wouldn't give her time to talk, and it did make her kind of wonder if you were being phony because you had cut her off so quick. But the other ones were kind of just saying something about you you tell people to stop taking their medicine. I've been watching you for a year. You've never told somebody to stop taking their medicine.
You know, let me tell you something. When I get sick, I take new medicine if I have a cold.
Right.
I never tell anyone to do anything like that.
Correct. And I'm here. You know this. Every night I'm here with you. You see me down in the comments for over a year, every night watching you from start to finish. I don't lie. Anybody who knows me knows that. I don't back up people that I don't know a lot about or can back up, basically. And anybody who knows me knows that I have a pretty good reputation. I wouldn't let anything these people are saying get to you. Just keep doing what you do.
If it got to me, I'd be acting a different way. I've been totally calm about it.
Yeah.
I've been very direct in my spirit that I will stand in my strength, but I'm not angry. I'm not jumping up and down, falling off the chair, or hitting myself with a crystal.
You're handling it very well. I wish your audience would handle it as well because they kind of kept on the subject the whole night. And I'm like, his whole life, like, you're not able to do the interview, and the great thing you do, you're so good at interviewing these people. And I have heard people say they stopped taking meds or they've done these things. You've never once promoted it or said it was okay or told them, oh yeah, don't take them or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't deal with that. I never tell anybody to do anything. You know,
correct.
It's a free will society. You do what you want to do. You don't do what you want to do. I don't tell like, look, if I have that much power, I'd be king of the planet Earth.
Right. Also, I want to say too, with the person that was up here last, these implants that he removes using energy. Now, I don't know personally what they are. I've never removed an implant, but I will say from what I have experienced, every person he's done it from, you can see a difference. You can see their skin gets brighter. They seem more alive in their eyes and in their energy when he's done. So I don't know what he's doing. I'm not going to claim to know anything because I'm not that type of person. I don't claim to know shit because that's just the way I am. I'm still learning every day. But I will say you see a difference. And if people are getting better, then go and do something with yourself, because all you're doing is interfering with the people he helps, the people who get better, who say they're getting better, they feel better, they look better, they seem better, their spirit is better. And if that is what is helping them, then it isn't for you to judge. That just want to state that whether it's an implant or not does not matter. What matters is these people are getting better, they're looking better, and they're feeling better, and that's what matters. He's helping people. So, and I am a very neutral, what you would call neutral person. I'm very skeptic. I have seen some wild shit, and I still question it, Commander. I'm such a huge skeptic, and I know it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm really bad. Like, I have stories of waking up to a person standing at the end of my bed.
Yeah.
I've had just weird, miraculous things that other people around me have even said, what just happened? And I'm going, I don't know. You know, so, and I'm still very skeptic. They're going, Shauna, it's right in front of your face. And I'm going, I don't know. I can't say that. You know what I mean? I'm not God. I don't know what this is. I don't even know if there's a God. I don't know. You know, I know there's something. So this is coming from a very skeptic mind. And I would not be hanging out with you every damn night if I didn't see something, Commander. So
and that's the way I am with other people. Like, I go to other lives and look and see when I'm not doing mine, see what are the topics here, because I'm a human being too. I want to see what other people know. And if I think, and I read energy, so I say, oh, where's this going? I don't think they're getting there. So then I don't like to get involved in a life if I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't just sit there watching it. I keep moving on. We're curious human beings, so we want to find out. I'm still human. I still want to know things.
Right.
I haven't figured it all out yet. So I figured a lot out, but there's a lot out there that I'm still learning. That's why we do these shows, because I learned just as much from you when you tell your story, right? As if I didn't hear your story, I wouldn't even know what's going on with you.
A lot that I have learned did come from your room, because people coming up here stating what they went through, I'm going, wait, I've seen that, or I've went through that too. Like, that's so weird. How is there so many people who experience the same exact thing, and from all over the world? Like, now I'm questioning, you know what I mean? So don't let any of this. I love the way you interview. You're amazing. I have watched a ton of people, skimming through and doing the UFO thing and all that, and they don't interview like you do. You're not. You're very open and non-judgmental. Right. You allow people to speak, and then you speak what you know to be the truth. Right. But you allow them to speak their truth, and you ask questions, and you seem very interested when they're talking. I think what you're doing is great. I'm watching the keys. You got my support, and I don't support many people. And most people who know me know that. So you just keep doing you. Ignore these people. Don't let them get your energy bad, because you got such good energy, and them pulling you into the gossip or anything else, it's just, messing with that. So, I'm sorry. I had so much to say. I kind of just started spewing out. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. This is the thing. So people have to understand something about me as a talk show host on the subject. Because when I started this thing, when I got on TikTok, I had no idea what I was doing. When I got on here, I finally decided to take my radio format and do a thing called Encounters. I didn't see any kind of UFO show. I see that there are people talking, arguing about UFOs, but no one was having a talk show host where you don't have 10,000 people on at once. So I knew, being a host of a radio show, I interviewed one-on-one people. I didn't bring 10,000 people on. Once in a while, I'll bring 2 or 3 people on because I know who they are. Yeah. You'll see that. But I always like to interview one individual at a time to get their story, no matter what they believe in, to get their story, because I can focus on that one person. If I have 3 people on there, then I have to multitask between 3 people. Am I giving this person enough time, that person enough time? So that's the way I do it. It makes you
so good. It's just, you're so good at it. Like, I have commented numerously. I don't know if you ever noticed him. Like, he's just so good at it. There's very few interviewers, even on TV these days, who are really good at it. And you just have a natural knack for how you interview people. Do you know what I mean? That you draw me back every night. I'm like wondering who's going to come on tonight. What are they going to talk about? What they see? You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
And again, I've experienced a lot of weird, interesting alienish, I guess you could say, things
Or
myself.
ET-ish.
There you go. Sorry.
It's all right. Don't be sorry. You know, that word alien has been in the media for years. I just saw that
I know
ET-ish
it's
thing out.
better to say it the proper way, the more respectful way. Yeah, I have some wild experiences. It's so bad that one of my best friends of 25 years says I was hatched from an egg. He says I'm alien and I was hatched from an egg. I couldn't have came from my parents. I'm too different. So, so like he just cracks on me because he says I'm so different. He's been calling me alien for like 20 years, and he is also the type that believes blonde hair, blue eyes came from aliens. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But
well, you just keep being who you are, Rogue, because you are a beautiful person. And this is the thing about me. I see the beauty in every individual. You know, Jesus always talked about love your brothers and sisters. Jesus had no hate in him, no jealousy or nothing. And the one thing I love about Jesus on a cosmic level is he not only is still alive, he's a space being, which goes against every religious belief system on earth, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Don't expect me not to go and say that Jesus is a space being and you're not you, but you know, somebody in the religion says, how could you say that Jesus is a space being? Prove it. I love those people. Prove that Jesus is from space.
Prove he's not.
Jesus, you know, and I decoded a long time ago, and I've said this over and over again, when Jesus was coming out of the tomb in the parables of Jesus coming back from the dead, he walked along the countryside, right? And all these people in the countryside see Jesus walking. And then there's this big cloud in the sky, this huge cloud. What do you think the cloud was? So I decoded it. I didn't have to go on the internet to decode it. I decoded it. Jesus was taken up into a spaceship with the electromagnetic field creating what they call a cloud of energy around this huge ship. He went up into the spaceship and was beamed up or taken up into the ship and disappeared off Earth. He's actually off planet right now. He's been off planet for a long time. I'm sure, you know, is he coming on planet? Is he off planet? The whole parable of that story is he never ever died because he was a space being. He can never die. He was a light being.
I got you. Got you.
And I know there are going to be people that disagree with what I'm saying, but I'm going to say it anyway because I can.
I would not, because I don't know. And I think anybody who argues to that point, it's like, well, you're kind of showing that you have an arrogance to you because nobody really knows for sure anything like that. We have in our heart what we know to be true, but that, again, like I said, that's in our heart. That's an arrogance to demand that my way is the way and your way is wrong.
Right. So if you say my way, you're right. So like, and the good thing is you'll never see me, Commander, my way is the right way. And I said, no, my way's the right way. No,
mine's better.
Mine's better than yours. My drink is better than your drink. Yeah,
Commander. So, my apple cider's better than yours.
And your apple, I got mine locally. So the thing is, the beautiful part of when I say Jesus is a space being, I don't demand people believe that, but I do, from my studies of this, I break away from earth-based religion.
You speak your truth.
I speak my truth.
Yeah, that's your truth. I never tell people that how you feel and see it.
Not everybody else's truth, but hey, look, you know.
That doesn't mean you're wrong, though, either, because it would make sense. Like, it doesn't. And again, you're talking to a skeptic, so keep that in mind.
Well, you're a good skeptic because you're a healthy skeptic, you know?
Well, yeah. Well, I just question everything. I
do too.
You know, kind of that way. And I don't know. When I've been doing meditations for over, I'm 48, so 32 years, I think now.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times I get a lot of stuff that puts me in a higher level, and I don't really like talking about it, but so I know that when I'm drawn to somebody, it's their spirit, it's their honesty, it's that this person is speaking true from their heart, and who the hell am I to say that it's wrong? I don't know, you know?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate always appreciate having you, because you are a good, healthy skeptic. You do, and you are a seeker of truth, which is the way I am. I'm a seeker of truth. And there's a difference between a healthy skeptic in the UFO area, and then there's the plain skeptics that no matter what you say, they're going to be skeptical forever.
they're not necessarily skeptics. They believe what they believe.
Well, they believe what they believe, yes. So
Yeah, a
they have
skeptic
a belief system.
questions. It doesn't really believe either way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, and I've had, like I said, a lot of experiences. So I know that there's something. I can't be in that mind frame of, oh, there's nothing. All of you are crazy,
Right,
because of
that'd
the
be kinda, yeah.
experiences that I've
Well,
had.
you know, we all came from like amoebas and fish out of the ocean, and from fish we became an amoeba, or there's an amoeba in the fish. Then we became a monkey, and after we became a gorilla, then we became some Neanderthal man, and then from Neanderthal we graduated to become in first grade. Wait a minute, first grade, or was that second?
Yeah, this list just goes. So yeah, have a blessed night. I did go over to that person's live. I did report them because I saw your picture, and that's just wrong. And I did take a screenshot if you do want to see who was in there or whatever. I have it for you. But anyway, have a blessed night.
We will.
And thank you for letting me come up and speak my mind, because
always.
I feel like your whole life was just destroyed tonight, and I don't like that. I don't like when people want to bring that stuff in. It's like, yeah, they're talking. Leave it out there. Let him do what he's got to do. You know, let him do his live. Let him do his thing. You know, don't. Anyway.
Yeah, and we're moving on. And anything, if anyway, all it's doing is, and for just one last thing I'll say is, it's going to bring people that are curious about my show, and so the whole thing backfires anyway. And now you're making me a celebrity by putting my picture up in your live.
You got 98 shares of your live. This is the most I've seen since I've been on here for a year. 98 people shared your live out, and normally it's no more than 50. So you got double shares tonight. Thanks, people.
Yeah, and I've had 3,300 people watch my show since I've gone in for 1 hour and 47 minutes. I can see the numbers. Total views 3,300.
Doing good. Anyway, stay blessed,
we're doing what
my
we
dear.
always do, you know. All right, okay, Rogue, you too, sister.
Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.
You too. Okay, so let's see, and as we move into that, yeah, it's crazy. Hey, Grace. You know, we're going to have another Skywatch, by the way. I got to figure out the date this month. But we're going to do a UFO Skywatch here in Connecticut. I know, Grace, you'll definitely want to be there. I know, Chesno, you'll want to be there. And some of the other people I know that don't have TikTok will be with us. So, yeah, believe it or not, I'm feeling really good. Even all this stuff, crazy stuff going on, I'm still feeling good. My energy is really high up there. And you can't take a person down that knows who they are. It doesn't work. Oh yeah, definitely, Yvette. You can come up for sure. Hey, Alicia, I'm watching the sky now as I listen. Beautiful to hear the show and then, watch the sky. And also, as we continue talking here, I just want to say that I love everybody out here. And when I say I love you, I do. No matter what we've discussed, whatever, I can never, ever not love you. When I say in love, I'm talking about unconditional love. I have that love, and, I'll never go backwards to go forwards. If you go forwards, you go forwards. So it's not that I have to love you, but I have to love you, Thank you. Thank you, Maria. Yes, Jesus also was a brother of light. Yes. Thank you, Linda. Hey, Tara. We hit 100,000 already. We'll keep it going. Thank you, Yvette. Tammy, I agree with you. I think when you love, they will. So in a way, Jesus, when he had thrown the stone at him, he still loved people. The parable of Jesus on a cosmic level and a light worker level, when he had stones thrown at him, he still loved everybody. He never ceased in loving anybody. And I think our star family and the star people, they come from that same Christ consciousness. It's really about the Christ consciousness, It really is. Deepak One, thank you. And if we could get the whole world to live in Christ consciousness, our world will transform. It's going to transform regardless. But the thing that's going to happen to the planet when contact eventually does happen, there's going to be a parallel Earth reality. Now parallel Earth reality will be a place where those that have karma to kind of work out their issues, they'll go on that planet. And when they finally work out those issues, they'll be able to ascend to the new Earth. All right. So I think that when we have the revelation of contact, it's going to be a beautiful thing. I haven't talked to her yet, but she's always welcome to come here, Groovy Chick, and talk to me. She hasn't talked to me. If she hasn't talked to me, how do I know what the issue is? You know? And so, yeah. Everything is about love, you know? Everything is about integration of understanding. And when I talk about the things, some of you understand it. When I talk about space consciousness, I'm talking about the consciousness that we are elevated to a higher frequency. Once we in our human lives generate that higher frequency, we'll be ready for contact. But we still have billions of human beings that are not ready for anything. They're not. They haven't gotten there yet. Yeah, Alicia says, when you spend time in Source, you understand we are all the same and makes us love unconditionally. Well said. Well said. Sandra says, yes, Christ consciousness. Sharon says, grew up in Southern Baptist, then went to Judaism, Kabbalah, best love, etc. Thank you, Lavelle. I appreciate you, sister, very much. That's true, Whirlwind. I agree with you completely. And I never let myself go to a low level of frequency. Even in tonight's discussion, I still stayed in a high frequency. That's the only way I know. After years, I'm a human being. I've dealt with different situations outside of social media, but yeah, I've got to be in that consciousness. That I bought 3 cars. If I had that much money, I'd have a mansion. Really, if I had 3 cars and I had the ability to buy 3 cars, instead of buying 3 cars, I would use the money to make the world a better place. Yeah. Yeah. But the good thing is I can keep the frequency up because that's where the frequency is where I am. So I can keep thank you, Relic. Thank you for the gift. Thank you so much. A flying car. That's right, Tammy. The highest frequency we have. Kaylee, thank you for the roses. Yeah, I think we're moving in the right direction as a planet. I think we're going to get there, and that's the main thing, right? Well, Orion, he'll destroy himself. If I wasn't doing a live, I wouldn't be going in there anyway. I don't want to give them anything. Not worth it. I don't like to go into lower energy frequencies, but I thank everyone who's been reporting him. He's not gonna be on TikTok much longer. He's gonna destroy himself. So I'm just saying, you're like, all right, do what you got to do. Yeah. No, it's not worth my time, Karen. I won't even go there. So we're gonna stay on the vibes of love. Relic, okay. Relic says, "Do you know what the galactic federation is?" I keep hearing. Oh, thank you for the gift. What was that gift? Let's see here. Thank you. So I talk about the most important galactic level. Thank you so much for that. That's interesting. Thank you. The most important thing is that there is an Ashtar Galactic Command which represents all the different councils of light. And they've been around for billions of years. Not even thousands, but billions. Great question, Relic. Yes, so there really isn't a galactic federation of any sort. Molly, thank you. there is a Ashtar command which exists, which is a spiritual level. Thank you so much. Which is a spiritual level is of the highest consciousness. So the Ashtar command would be the representation of all the galactic forces in the multiverse. They're the ones that operate in the Christ consciousness. Jersey for Life, thank you. And it's really important. What they teach and what I understand as a star seed comes from my understanding of being from Mars. And I've said it for the last not only 3 years, but even my radio show, I've said I come from Mars. Yes, so hey, Leslie, let's keep Leslie here. She is a supporter of the show. Yeah, I don't remember. It's tinfoil something, but and Lavelle, welcome back. And so I think when we talk about galactic levels, there is the councils of light. Those exist within the realm of what we call Ashtar Command. All those things definitely exist. So to answer your question, Relic, is that that would be the real thing. These galactic federations, that I've seen on Facebook for years. There really isn't some sort of a galactic federation, but there is what we call an Ashtar Command, which oversees every different council of light within the multiverse, if that helps answer your question. Let's see. Nino asked about the spheres. I'm going to try to bring some people up here. Nino, if you'd like to come up, and again, you have to be over 18. No kids on the show, no paranormal discussion, no religion, no politics, no cursing on the show, no naked people on the show. I think that covers everything. Yeah, so let me see here. And Rolderman's a good person, so please, let me see here. Hey, Bridget, welcome to the show. Shiga and Sage. Shiga and Sage. I think I said that right. Yeah, Whirlwind should stay unblocked. She's a big supporter of the show. How many races are you talking about? So there are probably millions and millions of different space races. Yeah, there are millions and millions of space races, many of which I do not know what they are. I'd be a super genius if I did. But the ones that we do know are the Palladians. We have people like the Andromedans, Lyrans. We have people from the star system Sirius. There's a lot of different space type races. It's actually more than 22. There's actually more than 22. Oh, they're talking smack on the other lives? Let me see what we got here. So let's see. I'm going to bring this person up. Let's see here. And I am totally alert. I'm on a big alert tonight on my show here.
Hello.
Hey, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Good evening. My goodness, interesting evening, huh?
It's been more than what I thought it would be when I got on here, but I'm doing well. I'm in my strength spiritually and cosmically, and I'm feeling good. Are you there? Okay, I don't know what happened to my guest. John Bravo, Commander, read my direct message. Okay, well, definitely when I'm off the program, I will. Or maybe I'll check it in a little bit. Well, they just disappeared. They could have dropped their phone. It's been a strange night. I know that the solar the sun had a solar thing happening. We were going to go out and see the aurora borealis tonight, but the pattern that it has to have, it was going negative, which means you'd see the solar storm, which is the aurora borealis, and then went back up again. So we didn't get to see anything, and plus it was a little bit cloudy out. Yeah, you can just email me the screenshot. I'll take a look at these screenshots and I'll know who's doing whatever. So it's CmdrAleon at AOL.com. So yeah. Give me a clue. Welcome to the show. Denise, a 111 Robert. Yeah, the moon did look a little bit strange tonight. Hey, Sonia MC 256, Initiative Seeker. Good to have you with us. Sonia, thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much for the roses. Yeah, so I'm going to do a clearing of energy here because I have the ability to do it, believe it or not. So we're going to have a group meditation for like a minute or two, folks. Maybe 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to do whatever I want with my hands. I'm moving my hands. I'm moving the hands here, so don't freak out. Hey, Green Eyes, good to have you with us. And we're going to do a little meditation healing, everybody. I think it's a good thing to do. Oh, no, my hands. You know, my hands are a threat to disclosure. I know, a threat to those in power. My two palm of my hands are a threat to those who are keeping disclosure from coming public. It's the hands. That's what caused the whole problem. Just my hands caused the whole uproar. Hey, what are you going to do? Someone's got to do it. Might as well do it. So we're going to do a little bit of a healing thing here on Encounters because we can do it. I'm allowed to do it. I'm going to do it. No one's going to tell me not to do it. So let's just do it. I want everyone to relax. Just think of us all in one big geodesic dome. We're on this big dome together, this big spaceship. And we're all together here, and we're going to do a beautiful energetic healing. I want everyone to close their eyes here. But before I do it, I want you to know that I will charge you $600 to be participants and subscribe to my clearing of energy, because that's what I do, right? I'm going to charge you $600 to be part of this whole thing, right? $600, folks. I hope someone's recording it, because everyone's going to give me $600 a piece to do it. That's really cheap. I should be charging at least $5,000. You know, I could have been a contender. I could have been a comedian, but I didn't go that direction. But who cares? I'm funny anyway. You see, the problem is I have a sense of humor. Or is that a problem? And when you have a sense of humor, nobody can get to you because you make a joke out of the whole thing. So I want to get those three cars. And I think probably $600 a piece with about times 334, I can get 3 Mercedes-Benz. I want to get 1 SUV. Yeah, definitely. I'll be getting into meditation in a minute. I got to give a little bit of sense of humor here. All right. I want to have a big Mercedes-Benz car that's like a bus. And so we can take everybody in the bus and we can go on a trip somewhere to Atlantis. Wait a minute. That means we'd have to be on a spaceship. I forgot about that. And if you're finding this funny, I'll take the $600 now. So people that think I'm asking for money, I'll take the $600 for the spaceship that looks like a Mercedes-Benz. Or do they make those anymore? I don't think they made them in the first place. Now you're seeing a little bit of sense of humor here. All right, folks, I'm having too much fun. Let's do a little bit of meditation. So we're going to do something here, Amanda Woods. We're going to do a little bit of meditation because you all deserve to have free meditation on Encounters. Since it's been a crazy night tonight, we're going to do this. All right? I want you all to close your eyes. Thank you for the gifts. And I want you to breathe in and breathe out 3 or 4 times. And what we're going to do is we're going to, in each of us, just relax and just say the word Om. You know what the word Om means, right? Seriously. Om is a very powerful word, just like you. Om, you, both very powerful words, right? So we're going to use those words. You can choose Om or you. And as you close your eyes, I'm closing my eyes, take a deep breath in and say Om, 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 Om. And as you say it, relax. We're going to put a healing energy all over the world of those that are here. I want to send this energy of love to all those that are here tonight on encounters, no matter where you are, who you are, or what you are. I want you to feel the level of love that I am now sending to each of you. I hope you'll receive the love that I'm sending each of you. The energy of love is very high. My energy is beaming out through the screen to all of you. The energy of Christ consciousness, of the pure essence of who you are, the pure being of who you are. Each of you are to be honored for who you are. Each of you are to be honored with great love and admiration. For my love for each of you goes beyond anything on this planet, anything that exists. I see you. I see all of you as you are. Let your hearts be open. Let your hearts be free. Let your soul fly in the universe as it's never done before. Let me send healing energies through this whole room. Amp up the energies of light. And as we now come together in unity of light, we are much stronger in our levels of love. Always remember, brothers and sisters, it was never easy to be on this planet. It wasn't supposed to be easy. But we are elevating the frequency of love to everyone here, every single person, every single human being, every life form. It's all about love. Many of you will feel the energy that I'm transmuting or transferring through the screen here. Some of you might not. But if you sit with your eyes closed and watch and allow yourself to relax, you will feel the beams of light of healing energy. Be calm now. Be still. Hey, Chesno. Good to see you back, brother. Good to see you back, Chesno. Understand my teachings beyond talking about UFOs and ETs and people being contacted is that I do work in cosmic frequency, a Christed consciousness. Hey, sweet peas, welcome to the program. That's my gift to each of you. That's my gift to all of you, everywhere and anywhere. I hope you felt the energy of light that I just transmitted through my program. Hey, Chesno, good to see you, brother. And let me see here. You're all welcome, every one of you. Because the love I have for all of you, whether you're new or not new here, I love all of you. You know? Kitty Mama, thank you. Tulip, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Sharon, thank you for the butterflies. And as we move forward, as we go towards, I was just thinking of, thank you for the butterflies. I was just thinking about this. Thank you. And it's so important for people to realize this now. All the years you've heard about how we're going to have contact, that we're going to have direct contact, and we are. And I know there'll be a time when we'll look back at our history and we'll say, this is the way we were on Earth about 10 years ago. And we'll look back at that history and say, how could we have been like that? But when we get to the contact point with the space people, it's going to be a beautiful thing. Yeah, Relics, yeah, we can be altered too. Well, our consciousness is going to be altered, but we will definitely have contact. Now, whether we have contact 2026 or 2027, that could be discussed forever. If you go by Bashar, of the Society, Bashar says that we're going to be having contact in 2027. From my perspective, I think it's going to be sooner, but we'll see. You know? Any way you put it, everyone's talking about contact in the sense of the UFO community. People are talking about it, whether it's on social media, from YouTube to here, whatever. It's just the different perspectives. I think we're amping up to possibly sooner. I still go with 2026. If Bashar is correct, then it's 2027, but I think it's sooner. I think that the space people aren't going to wait for us to make a decision. I really don't. I think they're going to do whatever they want to do. No, I haven't heard from James forever. He actually disappeared off the planet. Grace, I haven't even heard from him. You know, I don't even know if he's on TikTok anymore. You know, sober to fitness. Absolutely. What's the question? Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he got busy with other things in life. It's hard to say. He had his own experiences that were pretty amazing. So, yeah. Well, says very soon. We're going to stay on here till about 1:30, I think, for until 1:30. It's 1:18 now. Excuse me. As I yawn here live. Maybe sooner for some. I'm definitely seeing things others aren't, like the veil is thinning for me. Alicia, let's bring you up. I'd like to talk about that. Come on up, Alicia. Be a guest on the show. And Silver to Fitness says, what are the white orbs circling the sun? I've not seen those, so now we're going to have to look at the sun and see what that is. If they are circling it, is it near
Hello.
sunset or sunrise? Hey, Alicia, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing good. This is a wild show tonight, but we're doing good.
Yeah.
So tell us about yourself and what you'd like to share.
So I'm kind of going through like a reawakening right now, and it's been wild. And it's like I've always been a night owl, so I love the stars. I've always been a sky watcher. You know, I'm just seeing things that like no one believes me when I tell them, but it's just like
Yeah.
The other night, I think it was during the last meteor shower, the Lyrids, there was like a constellation. I'm not sure what constellation it was, but there were like orbs coming from it, like they were landing in the same exact spot. Like, so some would come in pairs. I know it wasn't drones. I know it wasn't, you know, SpaceX or not, or I can't think of the name, Starlink, because they weren't going like in an orbit, like they were landing, and it was, I mean, they were all coming from this same point in the sky.
So they were coming out of a point in the sky, it sounds like, and they were all coming out of somewhere, and they were landing somewhere, correct?
Yeah.
That would be possibly they were coming out of a portal, galactically speaking.
That's what I felt.
It's not, to me, it feels in this story, just when I'm listening to it, is a portal, some sort of galactic portal, and we do have them around the planet where they open up these portals and these ships actually do come in. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glad to be talking to somebody that that understands.
Yeah. And when did this happen? Sharon's asking, when did you see this occur?
I'm not sure exactly. It was the night of the peak of the Lyrids meteor shower. So
Okay.
I can't remember what date that was.
Yeah, I don't remember either. And what color were these unknown objects?
They were just like white. Yeah, just white lights.
Yeah, interesting. Well, they can be, How many of these objects were coming out of nowhere, out of this?
There were hundreds
of them.
and all from the same exact point in the sky.
Really interesting. Where are you located on the planet?
I'm in Ohio.
Ohio, okay.
Outside of Cincinnati.
Okay. Yeah, that would be Starlink. What you're seeing, yeah.
Part in the skies. It wasn't an airport. It wasn't. There were no air. I repair aircraft. I know. Oh,
you repair?
Yeah.
Interesting. So that's the difference between Starlink and unidentified objects coming out of a portal. Starlink wouldn't be coming into the Earth's atmosphere. These things are coming out. Hundreds of these things were coming. And did you get to record any of it, or what happened?
No, I was just in the moment with it. You know what I mean? Like I just couldn't. I couldn't even pull my eyes away. But it was happening for I think I watched it for an hour. There were hundreds.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
If I was with you, I would have gotten my phone out and tried to record some of this, because then and if you see it again, definitely record it. Well, sometimes you are off guard. These things happen, and you're so involved in looking at it, you're not thinking, should I get my cell phone? And I've had that happen to me too.
That's exactly what I was afraid. I was afraid if I pulled my eyes away from it, it would go away.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I can understand that. Absolutely. Yep. Interesting story. And have you had other things happening to you since then?
Well, there was another thing that I seen, and I mean, I watch the satellites move across the sky a lot, and sometimes you'll see them intersect, you know. So I was watching these two satellites, what I think are satellites. They were getting ready to intersect, and right before the intersection, a meteor flies in between them. And I just thought, wow, what are the chances?
Of that happening, right? That's pretty
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah,
I was like, I
interesting.
wonder if that was maybe something different than satellites. I don't know.
Mhm. And thank you, Skipper, for the gift. So, are you near Wright-Patterson Air Force Base?
Yeah. Like I'm
You
right
are.
in between Cincinnati and Dayton.
Wow. You know, there's so many people I've had on my show in Ohio that are near that area, and they've seen strange things occur. Did you know that Wright-Patterson is a multi-level facility?
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I don't know really details, but I've heard that has some like UFO activity or
Yeah. So it's one of the main facilities when, even when Roswell happened, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is a multi-level facility, and there are actually extraterrestrials that are in the base on a lower level. It's a multi-level facility below ground, and there are different compartments to that.
oh wow.
Yeah, you're living in a very interesting area. Not only are there, there's a lot of stuff. Wright-Patterson has actually imprisoned what we call space ETs, and a few other places in the country that are military operations where they have these ETs in bases. They have, basically kept them captive. They're not able to leave.
Just as I'm sitting here, I'm seeing some of these come in the same exact spot of the sky.
Are you're seeing them now? Can I bring you on camera?
I don't know if you'll be able to see me. I'm sitting in the dark.
It's all right. Are you outside?
Yeah.
That's okay. Maybe we can see whatever you're seeing, and we can look up at the sighting. So if you press your save button, I'll be able to, and face the camera towards the sky. We might be able to see whatever you're seeing. Good to see you, Alicia.
Yeah, just see my glasses.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I pointed at the sky, but I've seen two so far, and they just come in and they kind of just disappear.
Yeah. Has there been times when they come in really strong, like they come in bright?
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm still looking. I'm looking at my camera here.
I'm not sure what you're able to see.
Yeah, I'm able to see the tree line, the conventional lights below on the ground. I am not seeing anything in the sky and I understand you're right there. So
Yeah, there's a lot of light pollution here.
yeah.
So
Thank you, Skipper. So what were the lights on the ground level? Were those like from a house or something?
yeah,
Okay.
I can try to point it out more. Got the Big Dipper right there.
Oh, Luke, thank you.
But that part of the sky is where I seen them, where I'm pointing the camera.
Yeah, I don't see anything. And if I did say anything, I'd actually tell you. But I also understand where you are. You with your own eyes can look at the sky, and those are conventional lights on the ground. But what she's seeing is she's seeing stuff in the sky that I don't see. But that doesn't mean it's not there. I don't see anything though.
My camera is pretty bad quality too.
Yeah, yeah. The cameras with the technology we have, you think they'd make a zoom in camera. I said this the other night that if there was a zoom in camera, people could really document more of what they're trying to see out there.
Yeah.
Just for Life, she's been documenting a lot of stuff. She says, that's what I see until I put my night mode on. So if you have a night mode on your camera, it'll pick up stuff that if you don't have a night mode that you won't see. Jared, thank you for the goat.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I should mess around with that.
Yeah, Dredge for Life has used the night mode, and
So
it does make a difference.
the thing with the portal, like, have you ever seen that?
The thing with the portal,
Like, how is it, like tons of them coming in together?
I've
like
never had that
hundreds and
experience. I mean, I've
hammers?
seen spaceships up here in Connecticut or whatever, but I've never seen them coming in through a portal. That's the only thing I haven't seen yet.
Almost makes me wonder if it was going to the Air Force Base.
Yeah, you never know. So the thing is, we won't know until we do know.
Yeah.
But at least you're trying to to see it. So when you do see stuff now, what I would do is just record it, Alicia, and
Okay.
document what you see. If you get some good recordings, then you'll have something you can post on your TikTok,
Yeah.
and people will just come and look at it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me share.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what this show's about. We like the people to share who are new here or for the first time sharing. We want you to feel comfortable here on Encounters, and I'm glad you came up.
Thank you.
All right, Alicia, we want to thank Alicia for being here, and we're going to bring her down. Thank you, Alicia,
All right. Thanks.
in Ohio. And she's in between near the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base and 2 or 3 city areas. Thank you, everybody, for that. Alicia, thank you. And I can tell you on the other front that I am now in the process of growing my light garden. So I've got watermelons growing. I'm finishing up something in the morning. And now we just have to let the universe take over. And hopefully I'll have several different varieties of watermelon in my light garden, all organic. And there'll be about 20 to 30 pounds. One watermelon can naturally grow to 200 pounds. I'm trying to get it to go to 250 pounds organically. So we'll see what happens. Just to give you a little bit of the fact that I do like to get my hands dirty in the earth. I've been doing it. I've got strawberries that are about that big that I'm going to be picking tomorrow morning. A bunch of really sweet strawberries, all growing. A big strawberry patch I got, and we love strawberries. So let's like the ones that are fresh during the season. I might, when I bring the strawberries home tomorrow night, I'll show one of my strawberries. And yeah, it's definitely, after doing a show like this each night, I like to get into the garden, and I got grapes growing that are organic, so I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a good year. Do you ever talk to your plants? Yes. Watermelon belly, yes. I talk to my plants. I always believe when I grow watermelons with plants, I talk to them. I tell them, you're doing a great job. I appreciate you. And I talk to my plants during growing season, the watermelon plants, talk to my grape plants, talk to my strawberry plants. And I say, just keep doing your thing. It's a good thing. Yeah, I think they do feel it. And there is a thing about talking to your plants. They do definitely react to the way you talk to them. Another interesting thing about life. All right, well, it's now getting to about 1:32. I think I'm going to call it a night. It's been a crazy night here. This show will be on my YouTube channel, and we'll be on tomorrow night for another great show. I want to say I love everybody. I want to thank my moderators. And we have the power. You know what I mean? We have the power. I hope many of you are growing stuff in the garden. If you're not, it's still early enough to get yourself some strawberry plants or whatever you want to grow. Yeah. Well, again, good night, everybody. I love you. Have a great relic. Thank you for the game show. Thank you so much. And we are going to slowly meditate and go to sleep. All right, folks. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow night, 11 o'clock on Encounters.